Hey, welcome to What's the Juicecuzz, where we explore your outer space by starting with your inner space. Orbit around that, and that's your Juicecuzz. Find me on What's the Juicecuzz YouTube. Check me out. I interview people who have the Juicecuzz. If you have something that you had internally that you were able to manifest and service and let other people see it, whether it was a business, whether it's a talent, and you're pulling down and trying to get into that life, I want to talk to you because that's inspiration. And I believe that we inspire others. I believe that we empower others. I believe that we don't really understand the power of influence. So, the thing is that my goal is to sit down with people and talk about how they got their juice, so we can spread that whole cup around, everybody take a sip. You know what I'm saying? So check me out on YouTube. It's What's the Juicecuzz. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, even Clappercuzz. I'm even on there. I am Juice, EYE, AM_Juice. Y'all be blessed. May the Most High be with y'all and guide y'all. Juice, cuz. Fuck us up, chat. Yo, I am Juice, EYE, AM_Juice on all platforms. Listen, got a little bit of, information I want to share with everybody. You know what I mean? Whole lot of juice shit, whole lot of juiceology. You know what I'm saying? Juice is nothing but motivation, man. It's nothing but what makes you want to elevate and stretch to the next tier, the next level, the next baby step, whatever it is. Juice can take form in your life in a lot of ways. If you overcame addiction, if you overcame some shadow work, you know what I mean? If you, learned a new trade, if you, are growing a business, whatever it is, that's your juice. Orbit around that and you'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So in this juice that I want everybody to develop, you feel me? I got some juiceology, which is nothing but some ways to think it. I decided to sit down and do a video, you know what I mean, on stagnation. I've learned something recently. Won't really dive into it because it's not really about me, but I recently have struggled with some shadow work that I've struggled with long as I can remember. I've struggled with as long as I could think, and recently I've had some stuff transpire that's allowed me to transmute that energy into some more juice. That's why I wanted to share that with y'all, you know what I'm saying? So, when it comes to, shadow work, right? My particular thing is I didn't pick up on stagnation. And what do I mean? Stagnation in any plane is not good, So if you're stagnant spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally, it's going to lead to blockages or calcification. It's going to lead to that. Enough things get blocked and calcified, meaning hardened, won't move, there's no flow. You're going to get some discomfort or dis-ease in any one of these planes. Find stagnation in your life and dissolve it because it won't ever get to blockages, and it takes form in different ways. But before I dive into stagnation a little bit, I wanted to talk a little bit about the reason for it. So think about, and this is all my thoughts. I'm not studied. I'm not a person who read a book and anything like that. I got some information arguably from some couple videos on YouTube, but this just really hit me. But listen, you want to flow. We're living beings. We all are. We have electricity flowing through us. We're designed to move. The body, if it don't move, the body becomes bad and stagnant. We all know that. There's a reason for that. So you want flow. Think about flow. Flow is like air. Flow is like water. You know what I mean? It goes around the thing that's around it. It's in front of it. It goes around it. It doesn't stop moving. And now I want you to think on this end of it, right? So when you have stagnant water that doesn't move, what does it become? Loaded with toxins and what we would call maybe bad chemistry, right? Non-alcoholic side, right? But it's stagnant. It's loaded with a bunch of stuff that does live, but it lives in a whole nother type of chemistry. Peep that. Air, stale air is terrible for you. You go into a tomb 2,000 years and that door ain't open, boy, you are going to be a goner. It's happened. So I want you to understand principle and concept wise where I'm coming from. What I'm saying is that flow like water and air is a must for your life. And if something is preventing flow, it's stagnation. Mentally stagnation. It might be something that's bothering you. You're trying to figure out the food costs is up, gas is up, you know, and it's making you stress all the time. You're always thinking about what's wrong. You're always trying to solve problems. You're unable to relax. You know, your sleep's interrupted. You know what I mean? It can affect your mentality. You know what I mean? Which can affect other relationships. You know what I mean? Spiritually stagnant. You know, you're confused on some type of thing. You know, you might be confused on a concept or a law. You know, and you know the stagnation is not allowing you to treat yourself or others right. You know, physical stagnation. You know, all I have to say is blood pressure, high blood pressure, and diabetes. That's nothing but stagnation. The body can't absorb. It's stagnant. You know, so I mean, and of course you can have, you know, some type of emotional stagnation. We call it trauma. I guess what I'm saying is that I've learned that stagnation is now a red flag. If I feel stagnant, if something doesn't let me feel what I need to feel, or I don't understand what I'm feeling, then it's stagnant and it gotta go. Or I have to address it or dissolve it to create that flow so I can be within my natural state of being. You know, I just want to sit down and break that down a little bit because I feel like it can help people. You know, and for me, I'll share this little bit, you know, some recent shadow work. Talking about stagnation, talking about understandings. You know, for instance, what you're supposed to do is your reactions and your emotions are the same, equal sign, right? Your feeling is a conscious thought. It's a conscious development from your reactions or whatever collective that you're using in your brain, okay? So I didn't understand that before. So how did that take shape in my life? Sometimes I'm reacting and I'm thinking I'm feeling. Sometimes vice versa, I'm feeling and I'm reacting. Meaning, you know, I think I'm feeling what's going on, but I'm really just reacting. I haven't put any thought behind it. I saw feelings and emotions as interchangeable before. Meaning just, you know, your emotions, feelings, whatever, tomato. You know, so it affected how I would communicate with others, the energy I would kick off. In a lot of ways that I didn't think would manifest, nor was I concerned with it. But after a couple of, you know, recent things that's happened in my life, I understand. So now when someone tells me they're feeling something, I understand and respect it as conscious thought. They got somewhere. That means that they went from here to there and they're trying to tell me something. And it's on me to try to, you can see if I can catch the vibe. And this simple little nuance for me has provided me so much peace. My mind's quieter because I understand that's a reaction. That's a thought. Like I understand clearly. You know, as I proceed to be juice and level up, tear up, you know, I just wanted to share that with y'all, like a juice thought, juiceology, you know what I'm saying? And I hope something like that can bring y'all some level of juice, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Till next time, keep it juice, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is.